Millard Fillmore, January 7, 1800, March 8, 1874, was the 13th President of the United States, serving from 1850 to 1853. He was the last president from the Whig Party and the only Whig who was neither elected vice president nor president in an election. Fillmore was born into a poor farming family in Cayuga, New York. His childhood was difficult, and he received almost no formal education. From an early age, he worked as an apprentice to a tailor to help support his family, but his thirst for knowledge led him to attend evening classes. Eventually, Fillmore became a teacher, allowing him to fund his legal education. His legal career began as a clerk, and he eventually passed the bar and opened his own law practice in Buffalo. Thanks to his perseverance and hard work, he quickly earned a reputation as an honest and competent lawyer. These qualities helped him enter politics, and in 1828, he was elected to the New York State Assembly. Later, in 1832, Fillmore became a congressman from the Whig Party. Fillmore's political career progressed rapidly. In Congress, he actively participated in legislative work, especially in taxation and customs tariffs. He helped pass the Tariff Act of 1842, which protected American goods from foreign competition. This move increased his popularity among industrialists, but drew criticism from Southern agriculturalists. In 1848, Fillmore was nominated as vice president alongside Zachary Taylor. This choice was a compromise, as Fillmore represented Northern interests and Taylor Southern ones. When Taylor suddenly died on July 9, 1850, Fillmore became president. His presidency came during a challenging time in American history. The country was on the brink of civil war due to conflicts over slavery. Fillmore supported the Compromise of 1850, which included 5 bills that temporarily eased tensions between the North and South. The most controversial of these was the Fugitive Slave Act, which required Northern states to assist in capturing runaway slaves and returning them to their owners. This law sparked outrage among abolitionists and undermined Fillmore's support in the North. Scandals and intrigues. During Fillmore's presidency, the White House became a hub of political intrigue. The Whig Party split into pro- and anti-slavery factions, weakening his administration. There are suggestions that behind-the-scenes negotiations were held to replace Fillmore with a more manageable president, but he managed to hold on to power until the end of his term. One of the scandals of his presidency involved a conflict with the influential politician Henry Clay. Clay expected Fillmore to be under his control, but the president showed independence, leading to open disagreements. This rift only increased the tension within the Whig Party. There is also a theory that his nomination as vice president was the result of backroom deals aimed at curbing Taylor's radical reforms. Some historians believe that those behind the scenes initially expected Fillmore to be weak and easily manipulated, but his independence turned out to be an unexpected obstacle. Interesting facts. Fillmore had no formal education, but his passion for knowledge was so strong that he became one of the founders of the University at Buffalo. He personally helped furnish the White House, bringing in the first library and bathtub. Fillmore contributed to opening trade relations with Japan by sending an expedition led by Commodore Matthew Perry. This step opened Japan to the Western world after more than 200 years of isolation. Despite his unpopularity among abolitionists, Fillmore personally opposed the expansion of slavery into new territories. After his presidency, Fillmore briefly retired from politics. However, in 1856, he returned as a candidate for the Know-Nothing Party. His attempt to return to the White House failed, as the party could not gain significant voter support. After that, he focused on charity and education, continuing to support the University at Buffalo and other institutions. Fillmore spent his later years in Buffalo, where he was a respected figure in the community. He actively participated in public life, supported charitable projects, and educational initiatives. He continued to help develop the city's infrastructure, contributing to the creation of hospitals and schools. Millard Fillmore died on March 8, 1874, from a stroke. His legacy remains mixed. On one hand, he tried to maintain national unity. On the other, his compromises on slavery cost him the support of a significant part of the population. Fillmore's legacy is also associated with his work in foreign policy. He supported the expansion of American interests abroad, but opposed military conflicts, preferring diplomatic methods. Despite much criticism, his efforts to maintain peace and stability within the country deserve attention and evaluation by historians.